So today I'm gonna be going over one of my gameplays in Diamond. I'm Diamond 3 at the time of this recording. I am a Masters player, but I'm showing you what did happen playing as a Masters player in these Diamond lobbies. And as you can see here, just from my screen, I've already got 3 kills. We fought about 3 teams already. Our teammate died. He ends up leaving the game in this clip. And so it's just a 2v the lobby. So we're playing against 10 other squads at this point. We're trying to reset here. We don't realize that this guy is going to leave our match. And before we got into this predicament, we were actually fighting 2 teams outside a storm. We almost died, and this is why this guy leaves on us. It's because he doesn't truly believe in our teammates, which is us. So he ends up leaving, and I'll let you guys see what the results are from this. I will comment on some of the stuff here, maybe even pause a little bit on what I'm thinking about. But from here, from what I remember, we're just trying to get back to zone. At this point, it's round 2 closed, and we got a minute 30. We got some KP on the clock here, and we're just trying to play for end zone. Because we have a controller character, which who I'm playing is Rampart, we want to making sure that we're getting zone early because we can hold it down and we can shoot from range. We don't really need to take any KP as long if the opportunity presents itself, we'll might as well take some of that KP, but we don't want to sacrifice this because we're playing against 2v3 teams. So I'll let this play out. This is a 10-minute clip here. Roughly round matches last between 15 to 20 minutes. So yeah, so we're just trying to head back to ring here. I'm trying to communicate with my teammate. I can kind of tell he's not as skilled of a player, but he knows how to play with the team. I realize that we we kind of have to get this Evo here, but then I looked at our teammates here. Yeah, we're getting shot at. I want to dip here. I want to get shielded up here so I don't die. I think I died to this guy. I challenged this guy. Um, Try not to take as much damage, but I think I go down here. Buying some time for my teammate. And these guys are just going to be rushing towards the ring because the ring's starting to close. And I already know at this point, you can see here he's only got 1 kills and like 6 assists. Hopefully this guy makes it. I think I remember he pops this evac and barely makes it in. Watch, this timer goes in and like this scares me. I'm like, great, we just lose this one because of this guy. And he's just healing while this timer's going on. Look at this guy. This guy leaves because he thought we lost this. I personally thought we lost this one just because of the ring timer. I have no clue why this reset here. See, you can see here, 2 seconds. I got scared. I was like, fuck. Oh, and then timer resets. So this really saved this match here. At this point, this guy needs to get inside ring. He needs to get to a crafter. Doesn't seem like there's many crafters here on this side of the map. And I started looking at my phone, not realizing like what's going on here. So yeah, just because he has the speed, he can get places a lot faster. That's why I like Axel. She closes the distance in fights. She's able to escape. The only downside is to her is that you can put yourself in the positions that normally you shouldn't be. And so you just gotta be wary about positioning. And of course he's just getting shot at, so if she doesn't have that tack, it just kind of messes you up. But I think she goes around here. My teammate goes around here. Tries to go for the crafter here. Oh, I do. I remember this part here. Now we got 9 squads still here. Now, it's perfectly fine to just rat this portion out, even if you know you're the last person on the team. You're trying to save that KP, even though this person only gets deducted half the KP because he didn't tag anybody for the assist. It's still worth more than it's worth about 3 kills at this point. So technically, he's got 4 kills or 4 KP at this rate. So he's got me up. He's gonna res me, and I really wanted the bin here, and I call this out. Yeah, and I call it too. All right, 7 squads still. I'm back in the game. I'm looking around them, seeing if there's anybody trying to approach us, and thanking for my teammate that he just opened these bins for me just so I can grab and go. So he pings somebody, I go ahead and look, go help him out. Because it is a 2v3, it's very situational. He's moving in, I gotta watch anybody who he's fighting. We should have finished this guy, to be honest. He gets one. I pull out my ult just so I can see if I can tag him. There we go. Now, we know that there's another teammate in that corner there. I'm trying to fin this guy just so we can get the extra KP. But I'm going to watch for my teammate. Watch what he does. Yeah, he knew exactly what I was going to go do. Pull out my ultimate and just straight beam him. He's hiding in the knockdown. I almost fucked up here. But luckily, he got him in the air with the ult. Good reset here. Shield up so we can get the loot that we need. In case if any other teams are coming. Now at this point, we got 50 seconds to get the ring. And we need to rotate in. We're just getting set up here. Still 6 squads left. We really need... Yep, there we go. Top 5. Top 5 streak going. I go here and grab a bat. Now, a few seconds... Yeah, we were complaining about our teammate that he left, not knowing what the outcome was going to happen. I like the 3x on the Hemlock. Needed some more of that ammo, just because I only have 100 bullets. Luckily, I get the amp, or the upgrade on it. I was playing a little bit more passive here, just because I don't trust my teammates. But this guy just wanted to take these fights, and he's playing a little bit more confident here, so I go end up helping him out. Okay, now watch this. Just try to set up here on high ground. This is pretty much God spot. We got the height, and we got enough cover. And we're just messing with these people on the outside. We're taking the picks, we're taking the KP as much as we can. There's still 3 squads left. And as these guys are fighting, we're trying to be as annoying as possible so they make irrational decisions. Now, the reason why we don't push this is because there's still 3 squads, and then at any moment, because we're a 2 stack at this point, we're trying to mitigate the amount of mistakes that we do make. So as long as we're playing from range and we're being annoying and try and play for the win here, we'd be good. Now I'm spam pinging that just because we didn't want to get that guy to get the res off. Now I'm realizing 30 seconds on the clock. We're going to set this building up. I communicated with my teammate. Got a good beam on that. This person's won. Hopefully my teammate just gets this guy. Now I go set up in this building here. After I bat. Still 3 squads left. We're at 122 KP. I block off this window and block off the stairs so we can hold this from position from anybody trying to come inside the building and try and fin us. Correct? Now the reason why I blocked that off, nice, we got that solo there. Now we're kind of in a bad predicament here. We're now on the low ground versus the people on the high ground here. And now that I see that, I position myself with my cover so I can take these shots and do some damage on these people. Now, as you can see here, one squad's on the rock and then the other on the low rock there. Now we're just trying to get these guys to make a mistake and start moving. We're shooting at people, making sure that they go down. This guy, I think, is going to push up here. No, maybe not. But he gets the hit. We try to down the guy. We miss all the shots. We had to get that fin. We didn't want to get another res, make things easier for the late game here. We got that finish, and there should be one last guy here. Yeah. So as soon as you find that last guy, we know he's the last guy. Gives us Q. We just roll up on this guy, and we take the win here. Easy win. Look at this. 6 kills, 3 assists, 7 knocks, 1800 damage here. So just an overview for this. Because it is a diamond lobby, you have to get the early KP. The more teams you kill earlier on, the easier it is in end zone. Now, luckily, some of the other teams were cleaning up the lobby, making things easier on the load, but sometimes it's round 3 and there's still 10 squads left. There's like 4 different teams with solos just trying to rat it out. So the best thing you can do in these diamond lobbies is, play it by ear, play around your teammates. I wouldn't per se, if you're not confident in your abilities, play off your teammates. Now, if they get a knock, that's a perfect opportunity for you guys to engage the fight and finish the team off. But everything's case by case basis, depending on what your positioning is and what other people's positioning are. But I think this is a good example of, what a Masters player would do in a Diamond lobby, even being down a teammate. As you could see there, we took the win, just the two of us. Even though it was just one guy, we still were able to take advantage of our position and, the situations that are happening on the field in battle. So, if you guys have any tips or have any questions, go ahead and comment them. I do coaching, I do one-on-one coaching and teaching people, how to take fights, how to do your recoil, what are some good settings, teach you what I know. I've only been a Masters player, not a Predator. I just don't have a 3 stack, and I think that's the most important thing. Not that I'm making excuses. I just love playing by myself and not having to focus on, my friends or my teammates just not performing. And it takes a lot of dedication and seriousness to get to the level that you want to play at. I've played against Imperial Hal, I've played against his Watson, I've played a lot against a lot of these pro players. I've knocked him, I killed him before, like any other person has. Everybody else makes mistakes. At the end of the day, if you want to be a really good Apex player, you really have to dial in on what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. And if your aim is wrong, then you might as well get that fixed. If your positioning is off or if you're getting cracked too often, focus on how can I utilize cover to take these fights. But this is my overview of a 2v3 situation, the entire match. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Hopefully I can post one here soon.